All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Getting Leathered with Hayden and Mike. I'm on the beach.
It's
I'm having a
about
good time.
time.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Thanks.
Where you been hiding,
Thanks
Leather?
for coming
Huh?
back, Mike. I've been begging you for months to be on the show, and I don't know where you've been.
Me. I think someone's been hiding. What? I think it was 4-2. I'm sure it was 4-2. You should know. What was it? 4-2, right?
Listen, there's no reason to be calling out numbers right now when the season's only just begun. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Um,
Let's just put it like that. Yeah.
Let's just put it easy like that. I mean, we got some fights coming up. So, just for everyone, we wanted to do Super Saturday this weekend, but the Premier League just ain't happening this weekend. So, Tottenham can catch up later. But on the flip side of things, there's a lot of good boxing coming up. And I can't wait to talk some boxing again, Mike. What's happening on your side? What do you think?
Okay. First of all, let's just go back a step here, okay? Because you've been hiding, okay. Now you've come out of hiding, which I'm really glad that you're back and back to the land of the living.
Mm.
I'd just like to start out by saying thank you for making this now happen again. However, before we get into any debates, because I think this one's going to get a little bit steamy,
Mm.
okay?
Can't
I'm
wait.
just saying, okay, like get all the pleasantries out the way because the gloves are coming off, pal. I hope you know that.
I hope you know that whatever topic you're about to introduce, you are dead set on your last guy winning by some extensive margin against my guy. But my guy ended up folding your guy in half for 7 rounds straight. So I'm keen to hear what you're going to say this time.
You know what? I was actually thinking about it just the other day. When did we film that first getting leather? Was it the first one or the second one when
The
we were there
second
by
one.
Timber and this topic of discussion had come up and
Elicit what the topic was because you're obviously very wrong on it. So you might as well just introduce it.
Hacen Caballero Saul Canelo. That's what you're going to be hearing on Sunday morning, China. I hope you're ready. I
Okay.
hope you're ready.
Okay. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. Let's get straight into it because I mean it's the hot topic of the day. We want people to know what your opinion is, what my opinion is, and I just know what's going to go down. But I'm keen to know what you. This has got Crawford Spence written all over it for me. But or this rather before I even go there, this has got Bival Canelo written all over it.
Ah, you did not just go there. Put some respect on the man's name.
Put some respect.
Spence. Are you?
You know,
No.
they say when you dare to be great and you fall short, it happens. And that's what happened the last time Canelo dared to be great. This time he's daring to be great against a superior boxer in the form of Bud Crawford. Fall short of the hurdle yet again.
Okay, look, we're not going to deny the fact that Crawford is a showstopper. Let's be honest. Box office. He's box office. 100%. But the same thing that happened to Canelo when he went up to Bivol, you're playing in the wrong playground now. You know what I'm trying to say? So he dared to be great. He fell short. We give it. Okay, he fell short. But I think old Bud Crawford's going to fall short as well. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the facts. I remember you saying, I'm sure I've got it on record somewhere, but I remember, no, we had a conversation. See, you sneaky, eh? You do these conversations on phone. You're like, oh no, but I'm driving. I can't send you a voice note right now. Let me rather phone you to tell me these things so that I don't have the backup. You sat there and said, if this fight happens at 168, then, but I've got to be honest with you. I just can't see a way for Bud to win this fight. I just can't see a way if it's going to happen. Now you're going to tell me that you didn't say that. You didn't. Now, conveniently, you didn't say that. Let's be honest. 168, nobody's beating Canelo. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Come on.
I want you to look. I took my glasses off of this, right? Because I want you to look me in the eyes. Under no circumstances. And I've had an opinion, but that was an opinion of yesteryear. That was an opinion of an uninformed younger generation of myself. Now I took my glasses off for this one. This is gonna be an easy win for Bud Crawford, and I mean easy. I mean Canelo's not bigger than him. I made that comment before I had seen them do the face to face, and I saw the size of Canelo. Canelo looks smaller than Bud Crawford in there. And when it comes to boxing, Canelo hasn't looked great for the last couple of years. Let's be honest here.
I don't know how I'm gonna get this point across. I think what I should just let the thing happen. The fight's gonna happen, and when we do the next getting leathered, and you've got your piggy hat on, because I think that's what we've agreed, and you're sitting there doing your episode, you're gonna come back to this and say, in hindsight, I was still in La La Land. I was still dreaming. It's just never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. You telling me that Bud Crawford, the way he looked going up to what was 154 against Madrimov, is going to
Nagimov was still
do damage
decent. You
to.
can't compare the Ortiz performance. Because what happens is no one is ever the same after they fight Crawford.
Okay, I just can't see it. Canelo campaigning at 168, undefeated at 168 for what? He's been there since what, 2018? That he owns the 168 division. Even you can admit it's a step too far for Bud. He's a showstopper, great fighter, generational talent. But I cannot, in any way, see how he beats Canelo. I just can't see it.
Is this the same
I
man
just can't
running
see
away
it.
from David Benavidez? The same Canelo we're talking about?
We're not talking about Benavidez now.
No, but
Come
I'm
on,
saying,
we're
is
talking
this the
about
same Canelo
Crawford
we're
now.
talking about?
Do you
That's running
really
away.
think Crawford goes to 168 after his performance against Madrimov? Because let's face, even you can admit he didn't look the Bud Crawford
Hold on,
of
hold on,
what
hold
you
on.
know.
Let me stop you right there. Was Errol Spence not way bigger than Terence Crawford when they stepped in the ring?
You're talking about a car wreck, Errol Spence. You're not talking about pre-Errol Spence. Come on.
Excuses all the time with the excuses. I don't get it.
It's
Like,
not excuses. It's
no,
not
like let's
excuses.
talk ability here. Let's talk ability, right? Who's got the speed advantage?
Are you okay? You say he's going to carry speed at 168, but
I think he's faster than him, even at 168.
don't see it. I think once he feels that Canelo power, once he feels that crack, boot, it's over. It's over.
No.
Oh, come on. All
Have
these
you
guys, all of these oaks, they're big. Caleb Plant, Billy. That's how it's going to go down. The same way those fights. It started well. Billy Joe Saunders, and they all looked great until they felt that power. Down the line, Bud Crawford is not going to carry that weight nice. He's going to battle, and that's where he sees canvas. Sleepy time. Good night.
you saying
All over, baby.
you're saying sleepy time, good night? Canelo hasn't stopped someone for the last 4 years, and the last guy was Caleb Plant 4 years ago. How can you?
Okay, but who's he been fighting? Okay, but let's be honest. You're going up in weight, you're fighting Biffle.
The only
Okay.
reason why you would sleep is because you're watching Canelo's last fight against William Skull. That's the only reason why you'd sleep.
Ah! Okay, I'm going to give you that one. That was a good 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 one. Okay, all jokes aside. All jokes aside.
Yeah.
I can't see Bud carrying the same speed at 168. And I think he will feel a difference in power. Okay. And I think late down the fight, okay, I think it gets too much for him, and we see a possible late Canelo stoppage. That's my honest opinion. Showstopper, generational talent, but you're going up against a guy who's also a showstopper, a generational talent at 168, and there is no ways Crawford beats Canelo at 168. I cannot see it. I'm not saying you never. I mean, listen, but this is boxing, but I don't see it. I can't see it.
I don't think Bud Crawford's going to go on Netflix and lose to Canelo in front of the whole world like that. It just doesn't
Okay,
make.
so you're saying that he systematically breaks Canelo down and outboxes him, is what you essentially say.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some respect for the first couple of rounds, and then I think Crawford opens up, rocks Canelo a little bit there. Perhaps sleeps Cinnamon late. I genuinely see it.
What? Now I know you're
genuinely,
drinking the Kool-Aid.
I genuinely see
If
that.
Golovkin couldn't do it in 3 fights, what makes you think Bud Crawford's going to do it? And he's older.
No, but
So he doesn't even have He
Can I
doesn't
tell
even have the age advantage.
No, 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 no. But you are talking about an old Golovkin. You were not talking about prime Golovkin against Canelo.
I think a prime Golovkin, old Golovkin, he starches how many fighters has he starched?
Look at Canelo. He
Like
likes to fight, he likes to fight the Eastern Bloc guys late. He fought the likes of Sergey Kovalev late, and you're gonna count that as a stoppage, aren't you? Because I mean, it's a late stoppage against a fossil.
Well, it was a stoppage, wasn't it? Stoppage is a
But I
stoppage.
mean, against a fossil. Let's be honest. Like,
Come on, man. Come on. I'm giving your guy props here by saying he's a generational great, showstopper, what. But you need to change your background because I can see you in Paradiso land over there, sipping on way too many mojitos, and this is what now is getting your judgment clouded here.
okay. Let's just call a spade for a spade, right? So we're not going to go as deep to say stoppage, right? Because that's not how the getting leathered game works. It kind of works on you predict who you think's going to win. It's kind of obvious that you're going for Saul. Unfortunately, Canelo Alvarez, because you want to go 4-3 in a hurry. I don't understand. But yeah, okay, we'll go for it. And I'm going to go for Terence Bud Crawford. I'm very confident in my pick, Mike. I'm not going to lie. I've been confident in this pick for a very long time. Perhaps more confident than I have been with some of my other picks in the past. I
Are
have,
you telling me you're more confident in this fight than you were when it was Spence Crawford? Because you also
yes,
told me there could be 50-50.
I'm more confident for this one.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. This man just said that.
I'm
Oh,
more
Lord have
confident
mercy.
for
This
this one.
man
I
just
think
said that. There's no ways.
I'm telling you
Nah,
right
really.
now, that man is not Crawford's level. He's a legend. He's a legend. No, no, no. He's a legend. He's going to go down in the Hall of Fame. But is he going to be Terence Crawford fame? I don't.
Okay, but is Terence Crawford going to be the Terence Crawford that you know of at 168? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Come on. Come on, but let's be honest. Come on. There's no ways.
Well,
No
look at
ways.
if Dingon
That amount.
if Dingon Sabella can do it, then so can Terence Bud Crawford.
Okay, who did Dingon Villa do it against?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, no, of course it matters. Listen, both these guys are taking this fight serious. We've seen from the face-offs and all of that, they are taking it serious, okay? And as Canelo said, Crawford's a great fighter. He's a generational fighter, but he's not Canelo. Canelo at 168, I'm telling you, that man is the boogeyman. At 168, let's be honest, he went up against Bivol. Okay, he fell short. As you said, he dared to be great, but it was a step too far. Let's be honest, okay?
But is this not
Um,
a step too far for him? Because he's had a few
for
steps
Canelo.
too far. Yeah.
Why would it be a step too far for Canelo?
Does this not remind you a little bit of like a Floyd Mayweather type fight?
No, I don't think so. Listen, Crawford's not. Listen, Crawford. Would you say? I mean, I would think that Crawford's going to go forward, or do
Okay,
you
okay.
think he's going to stand and outbox?
So
That's not really his style.
I gotta ask you, right? So you saying Canelo's this big puncher still? I mean, he goes life and death with Edgar Berlanga, and Hamza Shiraz puts Berlanga out in 5. I mean, what are we talking here?
Okay, but we could go back a couple of episodes. I do recall someone saying you can't base an outcome based on a previous fight because if that's the case, I do recall Bud being wobbled not so long ago.
Yeah,
Okay, well, what, 10 years ago, probably.
yeah. Thank you.
But, okay, but what I'm saying is, listen, like, uh,
You stumped because
I
you
just
know I
look,
might
I
be
can't
right
see
on
it.
this.
I can't see it. I can't see it. And I think you're gonna see, man, he's a horrible fighter. At
Let's
168, he's a horrible fighter, man.
let's not
He can
forget
get
that Terence Crawford perhaps goes down as a bigger puncher as well, percentage wise. Percentage wise.
on.
Percentage
Okay,
wise.
but let's be honest. Uh, if we're also going back to that, like who's Crawford? You understand what I'm
No,
getting at?
what do you mean? Who's
Like
Crawford?
no, come on. Like who's he completely blitzed that you can say now that is someone to have on your resume? Come on,
Sure. I mean the iron jaw of Amir Khan, the
the Iron Jaw.
um okay.
Gosh. Okay, look, I just think
Cal
for me,
Brook, the Cal
Canelo
Brook
at
stoppage was a big one.
168.
Cal Brook was bigger than Crawford. You know that he was a middleweight at the time.
Yeah,
And
no, okay, look, I'm
oh, with
not,
a
okay, look,
campaigned at middleweight and then came back
I'm not
down to.
even gonna. I just think Canelo's gonna have at 168 too much power. I think he's gonna hydrate a lot bigger. And I think he will have ability to control the pace because I think Crawford coming in that much heavier, he's gonna feel that burn round 4 onwards. He's gonna feel that burn. He's gonna feel that Canelo's gonna crack him once. He's gonna feel that power, and then, my friend, the tide is gonna change. Let's be honest, buddy. Like, I know we're doing this for like getting leathered, and we're making a show, but let's be honest. Inside, I know you're sweating bullets, John.
I promise you, I have never been more confident. I mean, Crawford just inspires confidence in me. The man is 41-0, 31 wins by way of knockouts. Never looked like close to losing a fight. Let's be honest. Like,
You weren't worried against Madrimov.
I
You weren't
wasn't.
worried.
Medrimov. No, no, let me tell you what happened against Medrimov. Medrimov was an experimental phase for Crawford to experiment on different things in preparation for Canelo Alvarez. Let's call a spade a spade. It wasn't like he was going all out to win the fight. He was just saying, okay, I need to try this, I need to try that, and then by the time we get Canelo, we're gonna slice him up and finish him late.
Listen, I think Canelo's experience at what 20 something title fights, comfortable at 168, never been hurt. Not even Golovkin could hurt him. I think this is going to be a bit easier for Canelo than you think it's going to be for Crawford. And the thing is, it's a win-win for Crawford. He wins the fight, great, wonderful, what. He loses the fight, he dared to be great. So it's actually more of a lose-lose situation for Canelo. Let's face facts. Let's face facts. Come on.
A lose because he's gonna lose. I mean, that's the only.
Okay, let me be let devil's advocate. Say from an honesty perspective, right? Canelo. Would you say Canelo's like he's a bit war torn? He's been fighting
here comes
for
the
years.
excuses already. This is
No.
This is accident for expense all over again.
He's fought in 3 fights with Golovkin, no matter what, where, how. It's always going to be tough fights. Let's be honest. That's going to make you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take it out of you. Okay. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you? You're not going to agree with that.
See, now what you're doing is you're deflecting from the fact that your guy's going to get whooped, and I think that's
not even
you're trying to find the exit strategy here because if this doesn't go the way you wanted, you're going to say, "Hey, remember that part where I said he's war torn?" And I know how I know how it works.
But what I'm trying to say is, okay, if I had to look at it and say, okay, Canelo loses the fight, okay. The only way I could see it is if Canelo turns up and he puts on a performance like he did against Bivol. Because that wasn't a great performance.
No, but you just said don't compare performances now.
No, I know. But what I'm trying to say is if I'm trying to see a way in which he loses.
Which is quite a few ways, in my opinion. Like, there is a lot of possibilities of him going down the barrel. He can get slipped early on in the fight.
Because Crawford's gonna sleep him. I can see that. That's a big one. What are you talking about?
Come on, man! You can't say you don't see it.
I don't see in any parallel universe, any planet that Crawford stops Canelo. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that.
That's very interesting. It's very interesting you say that because I think I was just looking on sports.
Do you see it?
No, I was just looking. Sorry, just briefly. I was looking on sportsbets.io and they suspending the bids for now. So I think maybe in fight week they'll release it. But anyway, I think that they're probably watching this episode first before they can put out their odds just to hear the point.
100%. They're going to put out that Canelo's the overwhelming favorite. Come on. It's not. I would love some of our loyal followers to put some comments down there and tell me why they're thinking or drinking the Kool-Aid like you are that Crawford. Listen. I I know there's guys. Listen, boxing wins at the end of the day, 100%. Great fight. You're gonna admit great fight, okay? It'll stir the emotions, get the guys up. We watching Damas and Caballeros and all that stuff, 100%. But there's gonna be a lot of I told you so's come Sunday morning, and I'm gonna be the first one to tell you I told you so.
Bro, you're not gonna be able
Pull
to.
up the memories from our last getting leathers. And I'll be sitting there drinking the Kool-Aid like my
All I
man
want
is
to
right
do,
now.
all I want to do is pull up episode 2 of Getting Leathered, and I want you to keep that same confidence that you got going now that you had that day, because that was the most satisfactory victory in our predictions career.
Now, 100%, I did. Listen, I did. I even told you I was like, it pained me to say that it was a dreadful performance. I mean, we all know what happened. We all know. But let's also face facts. Okay, that's a car expense. That's Spence was never going to be Spence after that. You can admit it. Come on. You can admit to that. Like, come on.
I even took my glasses off for a split second, then fell off my face.
Okay, yeah, right. I can see. Spence, okay, was one of, but I do recall someone also saying, hey, but 50-50, I'm worried about this fight. It's going to go 50-50. And then
Did
when
worry
it
about.
happened, you're fighting to say, I told you so, but I told you so. What nonsense.
I never
This
ever
guy.
used the word worried about this fight in any sentence, shape, or form. I said it was a 50-50 fight, but did I ever say I'm worried about Errol Spence? No, negative.
I think, okay, you know what? We need to bring pink slips. I want to see your sports bet ticket because I got a feeling my man's going to be backing Canelo for crispy USDTs. I know it.
Well,
I know it.
I want to win the bets. I don't want to catch a loss there. I want to. How would I put Canelo there? Do I want to
Can I ask
jeopardize
you a favor?
myself?
Can I ask you a favor? We've got a little side bet thing happening here. We know what happens, for the loser and that. So can you just show everybody what the loser
Yeah.
has to do the next episode, the results episode.
Yeah. So, guys, just briefly, and it's for an entire episode, I might add, right? Just briefly, the loser of this Canelo Crawford situation has to briefly. Oh well, I'm gonna show you briefly, but you're gonna have to wear this for an entire episode.
It's gonna be so cool. Come on.
But it's gonna look great on you though.
Yeah. Okay. So for the record, okay, I said Canelo Alvarez. You saying Terence Bud Crawford, right?
Mhm.
I think 168. Canelo's the boogeyman. I can't see anybody taking him or winning. Okay. I think his ring generalship, his power, when he starts cracking that body, Bud Crawford's going to start feeling it. He's going to start huffing and puffing down the line, and he's going to be out of the fight by the 6th, 7th round.
No,
And then
I disagree.
I hope everybody tunes in on Sunday afternoon because we'll have to do it quickly after that to tune into Miss Piggy over here doing a full episode as to what I said Canelo Alvarez.
In fact, I think that we should convert this show potentially to like a Facebook Live so that people can comment during this video as well. I think that's an interesting aspect that we need to think about.
I love it.
I think we need to do that.
Love it.
All right, so
I love it.
I want to quickly
think,
throw this. I think the fight goes the distance. I think the fight goes the distance. I do think that there's potential for
I agree with you there, yeah.
for Crawford to stop him, but I do think that Canelo, he sometimes can be, not like the beating will be so bad, but the towel won't come in. I mean, the logic won't apply there, so it probably goes the distance. So yeah, I genuinely think goes points because of Crawford on points. Crawford on points is my exact thing, but Crawford is my winner. But Mike, we got a short period of time left in this episode, so I wanna. There's one other fight that I wanted to talk about really quickly, and I got the sportsbets.io figures here. Callum Walsh against Fernando Vargas Jr. Callum Walsh is a 3-1 favorite, or as things stands, 1.21 on Callum Walsh on sportsbets.io and a 3.7 on Fernando Vargas Jr. I personally or take the underdog Fernando Vargas Jr., even though he's at a 3.7. Where would you go on that one?
Look, I can see Vargas winning. I can do, but I think Callum.
Oh, really?
Again, this comes down to the same thing. We're talking experience here, baby.
Talking Ireland
Experience,
against
minerals.
American. Ireland against America.
Listen, what a fight that will be, though. Eh? That'll be a great fight.
So once again, you're going for the favorites.
Did I not just say that I could see Vargas winning?
No, I'm just saying. Are you okay? Just for our Getting Leathered League, you are luckily 4-2 ahead at this point, right? Luckily, by the skin of your
Yes.
teeth. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you the luck. I'll give it to you. I'll say it's lucky. I'll say it.
So we're predicting two fights, which is actually only going to take place next weekend, to be fair.
Yes.
So we can maybe talk a little bit more about this fight next week or whenever. We can
100%
periodically. It doesn't really matter. But
look, I think this was a welcome back because we had to get you out of the hole you've been hiding in. So now that you're out,
I mean, I hate it.
And I know you said to
wait
me
so long for you. I don't know
beforehand you were going to put the glasses on because you felt a bit sheepish, and that's all cool. But I think we need to do like another episode just before the big one, and then we break down the cards, fights, and that. But I was so excited about getting you on here. It's like I need to. I think we need to do this again. I still don't think I've got my point across.
I actually,
and you keep drinking that Kool-Aid.
I've been asking you to come back on. Even tonight, I was like, dude, are you ready? And you're like, no, I need like 30 minutes to poop. I'm like, come on, man. Let's let's call a spade. But I'm happy that we're back on. We only got like 2.5 minutes to talk now left. But I'm happy that we put this back together. Next week, interestingly enough, the build into next week is Super Saturday as well. So Super Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, for those that have been watching Getting Leathered, Hayden and Mike from the beginning, is obviously soccer, Premier League, but it's interesting to hear a different sort of perspective in different sports. Mike, as we all know, is he's got a new manager at Tottenham, so he's flipping excited about this season. Thomas Frank has come in there and he's done a phenomenal job. Sterling job, almost as good as Arnie Slots. I mean, that's credit to him, you know. Mikel Arteta, it was a great manager as well. Got humbled last week, and obviously he's also good. But there's phenomenal things coming up there. We can also, I think next week we just touch on a few of those undercard matchups that's on the Canelo and Crawford card as well.
Yes. Definitely, yeah.
But for this week, we didn't actually have any fights really on the roster. I was having a look at some of the fights in it. This is just not the weekend for five-star boxing. Let's put it that way.
But listen, quickly on that point that I just wanted to add to. I know we were going to do it in the next but Sportsbet.io. If you haven't signed up or linked to that, you need to do it. The odds on that app are unbelievable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in. We'll catch you again on the next one.